New Epstein files reveal he may have trafficked girls to others, despite official denials.
The release of more than 3 million newly disclosed documents connected to Jeffrey Epstein is renewing serious questions about whether other powerful men participated in or benefited from the late financier's sex trafficking operation, and whether authorities failed to fully investigate those allegations. The documents, part of a massive tranche of files made public in recent months, include internal prosecution memoranda, FBI presentations, witness allegations, and court records that suggest Epstein may have provided underage girls and young women to other men for sexual exploitation. For years, federal officials have maintained that there was insufficient evidence to pursue criminal cases against third parties connected to Epstein. But attorneys for Epstein's victims now argue these newly released records contradict that position. Several documents reference allegations that Epstein and his longtime associate, Ghislaine Maxwell, arranged sexual encounters between victims and other men, sometimes offering money in exchange. In one account described in a prosecution memorandum dated January 26, 2021, an accuser told investigators that Maxwell informed her Epstein had to leave his home, but that a friend would be staying behind. The woman said she was asked to provide a massage and that during the encounter, the man allegedly offered her money for sex. She said she agreed and was paid. According to the memo, when the woman's attorneys later showed her a photograph of Harvey Weinstein, she identified him as the individual involved. The memo was signed by assistant U.S. attorneys from the Southern District of New York, though their names were redacted. Weinstein has never been charged in connection with Epstein, and authorities have not publicly stated whether the allegation was investigated. Weinstein, who is currently incarcerated after multiple sexual assault convictions unrelated to Epstein, strongly denies the claims. His spokesperson said the document reflects allegations, not findings, and emphasized that Weinstein was never investigated or charged in connection with Epstein's crimes. Another document, an FBI presentation believed to have been created after July 2025, includes a similar allegation involving Weinstein, stating that Epstein allegedly instructed a victim to give him a massage. The document claims Weinstein demanded the victim remove her shirt and later threatened her when she refused. The FBI presentation also contains a slide titled Prominent Names, listing several wealthy and influential individuals. Among them is financier Leon Black, whose name appears alongside unverified allegations. Under Black's name, the document states that Epstein allegedly directed a victim to give Black a massage while he was naked, and that another woman claimed Black coerced her into performing oral sex. The presentation does not state that authorities substantiated these claims. One document in the release indicates that the Manhattan District Attorney's Office began looking into allegations involving Black, though that office declined to comment or confirm any investigation. Black has never been criminally charged, and his attorney said an independent investigation conducted by the Detroit law firm reviewed tens of thousands of documents and interviewed more than 20 people. That review concluded Black paid Epstein for legitimate tax and estate planning services and had no knowledge of Epstein's criminal activity. Black's attorney called the allegations absolutely false, noting that multiple civil cases against him were either dismissed or withdrawn. The disclosures also revive long-standing claims that Epstein and his associates may have shared or trafficked sexual images of minors. In an FBI report from 1996, artist Maria Farmer, one of Epstein's earliest accusers, alleged that Epstein stole nude photographs of her and her sister, Annie, who was also abused by Epstein and Maxwell. Farmer claimed Epstein believed the images could be sold to potential buyers. A separate letter sent to the FBI in April 2023 by a lawyer representing a co-executor of Epstein's estate stated that attorneys reviewing Epstein's materials encountered what they believed to be potential child sexual abuse imagery. According to that letter, one video had allegedly been shared with Epstein by an individual previously convicted of a child pornography offense. Other documents reference communications between Epstein and his associates discussing the movement of girls across international borders. One email appears to reference Jean-Luc Brunel, the French modeling agent accused of recruiting teenage girls for Epstein. Brunel was arrested in 2020 on charges including rape and human trafficking of minors and later died by apparent suicide while in custody. The newly released documents also revisit allegations made by Virginia Giuffare, one of Epstein's most prominent accusers. Giuffare alleged Epstein and Maxwell trafficked her to powerful men, including royalty. She claimed she was forced to have sex with Prince Andrew in 2001, allegations he has consistently denied. Giuffare died by suicide earlier this year. Attorneys representing Epstein's victims say the documents confirm what survivors have said for decades, that Epstein's operation extended beyond his own abuse. This was not just about Epstein, said attorney Sigrid McCauley, who has represented numerous survivors. Providing young women and girls to wealthy and powerful individuals gave Epstein leverage, protection, and control. Other attorneys echoed concerns about transparency, questioning why some alleged perpetrators' names remain redacted while survivors' identities have been exposed. Former federal officials have pointed to inconsistencies in victim testimony to justify not pursuing broader prosecutions. One FBI summary stated that only a single victim claimed she was lent out to other men, and that another alleged victim denied the account. But victim advocates say the absence of a formal client list does not mean others were involved. We know from direct testimony that Epstein provided girls to other notable individuals, said attorney Spencer Coven. The documents simply confirm what victims have said all along. As more files continue to be reviewed, survivors and their attorneys say they are left with more questions than answers about what investigators knew, how allegations were handled, and why so many potential leads were never fully pursued. For now, the disclosures are reigniting scrutiny over one of the most disturbing criminal cases in recent history and raising fresh calls for accountability far beyond Jeffrey Epstein himself.